taller. I did order some spikes, some corner places. You have to excuse my hair. It's raining, humidity. I'm out here working onto the wiring for electric fence. Well, these are nice. So if I need, if I have any sagging or to brace the corners, this is what it's going to be used for. And with this netting right here, I haven't opened it up yet, but it's supposed to have these on it so I can just easily mash it down. The other one was a little bit more difficult, and I did learn how to operate it. Learn how to get it better down into the ground. So I got 4 of these. Oh, my hair is a mess, isn't it? It's a mess. That's okay. You can't work unless you get a mess. So this is a poultry netting, 164 feet, and then I got 4 posts. So let me see if I can get this out. Maybe the rain will stop. I think it's going to go on for about an hour. A Premier poultry netting. The last netting I had was Premier, and I loved it. I had that for, wow, 6 or 7 years. So no complaints. I mean, it's really nice. It gives the chickens boundaries. It does protect them. So that's why I ordered another one. Well, it matches my chickens. They're white. It's starting to rain harder now. I was going to run out there. I'm not going to melt. So the first thing I noticed is that these are very durable. So I've never had none of these before. So if you're trying to put it into a square, or it has a tendency to make certain places sag, this is going to be really nice. This is right here, will go to those corner posts to pull the fencing back. Also notice that now last time they did give some extra wiring because you need to mend it. But I did notice they got like little metal clips here so you can join it together. They didn't have that last time in my last netting. I think last time I only gave 2. Of course, this is longer. And so I got 4 there. Definitely 2 people will be the tops for this. Since it's a lot longer than my other one, I think it's twice the space. Since it's a lot longer, the first time we put this up is going to be trial and error because I really don't know how far it's going to go out. So I think first thing I'm going to do is kind of lay it out. And that way I can kind of get a general idea of what I'm looking at and where I want it to go. Y'all know what that means, right? This is really long. So I'm going to have to go cut my electric fence off. Now I've got a general idea of how to do this. So what I'm going to do is connect it to that corner. The electric fence is over there. And then I'm going to also, I just realized that I need to connect the top. So, but I don't have to have that top connected, but I might run a wire up there later on. But my focus is just to get that corner and start working it and lay it where I want it. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to see which side to get on. It looks like I need to get inside because of the forks, the probes at the bottom. What I'm going to do is go to the other end and see if I can tie it to that fence for temporary. Okay, so I took the end of it's got where it would hook to electric fence. So I've hooked it to the fence to give it more support so I can put this out. Basically today I'm just going to try to get it up, and that's going to be the focus for today, and then make some adjustments tomorrow and see how far this thing goes out. Usually with my other one, I would always put it up, stick it sort of into the ground, and then make adjustments. So my chickens are looking, they know what netting means. Every time I move the netting, it's like cattle. You know, they know that train is rolling. So this is usually how I move my netting. So I'll just get it in places so I can balance it and maintain it. So what I'm going to do is bring this post right here over here so that this, and they have this a little bit differently, seems like a little bit differently than my other one, because they had one at the bottom. They had the ground, and then they had one of these that will go at the bottom. But now they got this at the top. So nothing at the bottom except the ground. So that means I can't hook it up like I did my other one. So this is not taking long at all. I'll make my final adjustments tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is just run it over there, because that's going to be too long to go there, and I'll still have to make my adjustments and let them get out a little bit before it turns dark, before they go to bed, and I guarantee you they won't want to go to bed today. They're really going to have a big area, a little bit bigger area. I always ran into a problem that I wanted to go expand out, because you see this green grass right here, that's the manure, and then sometimes they will eat this, and then, you know, considering the sun and the shade, and so now they get to go way back there where they can get into the shade. And then usually, which is about the end, the clover will be all out here. And they love that clover. Usually it's way up here. I think they munched it out. So we're going to go ahead and let them out. So like I said, I'm doing some final adjustments. I kind of got my range. Nice big area. So I would think this is giving them about 76 more feet to roam into. Now it's getting near dark, and they will be going to bed soon, so I'm not concerned about hooking the electric part up yet. Y'all ready? I know you're not going to want to go to bed after this. Look here, gates open. Oh yeah. Y'all getting to be some dirty birds. Y'all just grabbing anything you can see. Look at there, Senior. They're going to really love that grass. They're tearing it up in here. While this rain, this is a good way to start developing flies. All this marshmallow dug this up. This is some good compost up under those leaves. They really have made it into compost. But we're getting some heat coming in, and it's going to dry out things. Whew, I don't feel like I got that many chickens anymore. I guess it's hard when you got so used to the other ones, and I guess at one time having 21, so when you narrow it down, then it becomes different. This is the mama that was on the eggs. That one got crushed, or I think she rolled on it. Something happened to it, and the rest of them was not fertile. That was handicaps. But you see that right there? Let's see if I can back up. So what happened was I put her into the pen with them, and she's been gone for a while. As far as they know, she's not even a member of the family. And they started pecking onto her. I was going to watch it, and I did watch it. But, you know, I can't stay right there at the coop. And what she did on the other, she got her head, because they was pecking at her head. And if they ever peck blood, they won't stop. So she got her head on the other side down there. But on the other side, she went lower. And then she couldn't, with her always raising up, she couldn't get out. So she had herself into a headlock. And they kept pecking. Like I said, they start pecking, they get that blood, then they won't stop. And so I looked in there, and I was like, oh my God. So I had a hard time getting her out from up, and I had to dig into the ground so her head could go lower out of that headlock so that she can get out. So she's in here. She'll be fine. She looks worse than what she actually is. I'm sure she's hurting. She probably feels better today. Open the gate up, then maybe she'll go out there and get some of that grass. She needs to gain some weight from sitting on those eggs. Poor thing. If I go in there, she'll just run around the coop. I know she will. Maybe she'll see that door open and come out here and get some grass. And if they, you know, I think what I'll do is that I'll let her out and watch it. With this broad area right here, then it's less acceptable as being confined. And they'll be moving around. They won't even be thinking about each other. They'll be thinking about all this grass and scratching. So that concludes this video. That mama just came out of the pen. So she'll get some grass and move around. And I think with that blood onto her, when they're fixing to go in, I'll try to shut her up into the other coop with Betsy. And but anyways, that concludes this video. So thank you so much for watching. Feels pretty daggone good to see them out here. I hated them to be shut up just as much as they hated it. See you on to the next video. I'm on chicken watch. Man, it just don't seem like I got any chickens. It's crazy. And for those who are watching, the reason I say that is because a dog killed half my chickens, and it just seems kind of weird right this moment. Not that this is actually enough if you're just a homesteader and you just need eggs. I mean, this is more than enough, but this is definitely enough for you know, for eggs for family and yourself. It's definitely enough birds. Love that netting. One other thing, this is 4 feet. I probably wished I had gotten, it was pretty daggone expensive, the gate, so I can go in and out. The other one I can mash down and step over. This is like 4 feet, so this is up to my chest, so it's pretty daggone high.